Hi and welcome. In this short video I want to show you some of the art supplies I use and recommend for sketching and watercolor. I know that in the beginning it can feel a little overwhelming to choose materials. There are so many options, so many brands, and sometimes it's hard to know what you truly need. That is why I created my art supply guide. Inside the guide I have collected my recommended materials, brands, beginner-friendly options and thoughtful upgrades, all structured in a calm and practical way. I will leave the link below in the video description so you can download it anytime you want. In the guide I begin with sketching materials, so let's start there. For sketching, I recommend having a simple pencil set with a few different hardness levels. This helps you create both very light construction lines and darker, more refined details. A good eraser is also important. I like to use a regular eraser for cleaning up construction lines and a kneaded eraser to gently lift graphite before painting. I also recommend having a good sharpener and a soft brush nearby so you can remove eraser crumbs without rubbing the paper with your hand. And in the art supply guide I also share my simple sketching process, so if you sometimes struggle with keeping your sketch clean and light before watercolor, you will find that inside the guide too. Now, if I had to choose the 3 most important watercolor essentials for a beginner, I would definitely start here. Good watercolor paper, 1 or 2 good round brushes, and reliable watercolor paints. For watercolor paper, I recommend using cold pressed paper around 300 GCM. If possible, choose cotton paper because it holds water beautifully, allows softer blends and makes layering much easier. Paper is honestly the material I would upgrade first because it changes the painting experience so much. For brushes, I would start with one versatile round brush, for example a size 6 or size 4. You can use the belly of the brush for larger, softer shapes and the tip for the finer lines, veins, edges and small details. And if you want to add one more brush, a small round brush in size 0 can be very helpful for delicate details. But in the beginning, you can also do a lot with just one good round brush. For watercolor paints, you do not need a huge palette. A small student-grade set is a beautiful place to begin. It's simple, easy to use, and it gives you enough colors to start exploring. Later, if you paint more often, you can slowly upgrade and add a few professional colors that you use again and again. My best advice is not to overbuy it in the beginning. Learn your palette first. Make small swatches, test your mixes and notice which colors you naturally reach for. In this video I'm just making a few simple swatches with yellow, pink and blue. But in the guide I also talk about palette testing and simple color exercises. And then of course there are a few extra materials that make the painting process smoother. Things like masking tape for clean borders, 2 jars of water, a mixing palette, paper towel and a calm little workspace where your materials are easy to reach. You do not need a big studio to begin. A small peaceful corner with good light and a few thoughtful tools is more than enough. I hope this gives you a simple and gentle overview of the materials I recommend for sketching in watercolor. You can create beautiful work with simple tools, but when your materials support you instead of fighting you, your confidence grows faster. If you would like the full list, I have collected everything in my free art supply guide, including sketching tools, watercolor paper, paint, brushes, tape, workspace tips, beginner-friendly options and thoughtful upgrades. You can find the link below in the video description and download it anytime. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this guide supports you beautifully on your creative journey.